teach your dog how to sit pretty or how to beg, what we need to do is have our clicker ready, some good treats for our dog and our dog. The key to this is your dog has to sit squarely. If your dog is not sitting squarely and they're kicking one leg out, then we need to fix their sit first. So make sure that they are not getting sloppy in that sit. Another thing to remember is this really does work their abdominal muscles. So in the beginning, keep it short and sweet. Don't work your dog too much. Otherwise they may not like it, especially if they get sore after the first few times. So what I'm gonna do right now is ask her to sit. Good. Then I'm gonna bring a treat lure, just slightly up. Click when the feet come off. Make sure she's sitting fairly square. Come here. Sit. Good girl. Treat lure. Click when the feet are up. Good girl. Treat lure. You want to be careful that your treat lure is not too high up, otherwise your dog is likely going to tip over or spin around or stand up on their back feet. So you want it just kind of like a magnet from their nose, slightly up. Good. Click and reward. That time I didn't have a treat, which is what we want to do next. So make sure our dog's sitting squarely. Sit. No treat. Good. Lure them up. Click and reward. Good. Good girl. I want to start shaping as well my hand signal. So for me, this is my hand signal for Nellie. So when I go up with my lure, I'm going to start doing this and make it smaller and farther away from her. Good. Sit. Thank you. Good girl. Oh, fell over. Okay, try again. Sit. Good. As your dog develops their abdominal muscles that are going to be able to hold it longer, next what I want to do with this is add in my verbal cue, and then I'm going to show you some troubleshooting things while your dog is still learning. So once I feel like my dog knows their hand signal fairly well, what I'm going to do then is add in a verbal cue. For her, hers is pretty. Pretty. Wow, that was not pretty. Your sit was, but not your hack. Ready? Pretty. Good. And again, she's starting to slip, so I'll just reset her. Pretty. Sit. Thank you. Pretty. Good. Pretty. Until I can get this signal or this cue completely on my verbal only without a hand signal. Break. Sit. Pretty. Nice. If your dog struggles with this, what I want you to do is give them some support. So using something like tipping them back by holding their paw, offering your arm as a support for them. So what it would look like if you're holding their paw, you make sure they're nice and square. Other. Thank you. Hold their paw and just tip them back. Yes. Give them a treat. Sometimes giving them some support will make them feel more comfortable as they are running this. Tip them back. Yes. You want to alternate your paws so that way your dog is not always leaning a little bit more on one side. Another option is tipping them back and then helping them with kind of underneath the chest or so. That's a little bit harder, so I do like to just do the paw if I need to. As your dog builds their abdominals, they're going to be able to hold it more and more. So in the beginning, just ask for a second or two of duration and build on that as they progress. For Nellie, she can hold it for maybe a couple seconds, like you saw. We haven't worked it in quite a while, so she is a little out of shape. But it is a good way to work their belly, get their hip flexors a little bit more strong, and have some fun with your dog. Good girl. Good girl.